Hello, and welcome to Idle Insights, a show where each week I talk to interesting people about idle champions and Dungeons and Dragons. And with me this week is Omega Jones.
Yo, hello, season's
Hello.
greetings.
Hello. And there may be some people here in chat who don't know who you are. They're wrong. But who are you for those fine folks who may not know?
You called him out, not me. Oh. Hi, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. My pronouns are he and they. I am a professional actor and vocalist from the Midwest who got into tabletop much later, but has enjoyed it ever since. I am a tabletop gamer, designer, DM, all that jazz. I am a Twitch partner here on twitch.tv, doing a lot of variety content, including Dead by Daylight and Fortnite and makeup looks and a lot. I'm a host. I was a host for Twitch Gaming host for the weekly on Twitch Gaming. I'm a moderator. I'm a jack of all trades, master of like 3 of them. And I'm excited to be here.
See, this is the thing. I don't think people remember that, like, because they always try to point to that jack of all trades thing as being bad. Because they're like, oh, well, they're a master of none. But the second part of that is, but always more useful than a master of one. And
That part.
that's the part right there.
It's very important.
Omega, you do a lot. I kind of want you to get a business card where you put all of it on it, where it's in tiny text, like in the Santa Claus or on the border.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, what do you do? Well, get a magnifying glass.
I'm like, well, you really need to see. Does that say juggler? No, I do not juggle. Don't ask.
Oh, no, I don't even want to think about me juggling because the last time I did, I got hit in the face with something. So, Omega, you're here because we were lucky enough to work with you on an upcoming charity familiar, Amani, and I do definitely want to get into that and whatnot. But I like to start these off with the ice breaking question of how did you get into D&D and tabletop role playing games?
Yeah. So again, I am a performer and I've been performing for so long now. And one of the things I did was a 24-hour play festival where the script writer had 8 hours to write the script. And then we had the rest of the hours to block the script, learn the script, do all that, then put the show up. 24 hours later. Stressful.
A little bit. Sounds like it. I'm not going to lie.
But a lot of fun. But the director of that, or the producer, I should say, of that, was starting a D&D group and had always wanted to play, but I never got into it for a variety of reasons. And I finally said, you know what, let's give this a try. I've been always excited to see exactly what this game is. And then I jumped in and now I'm stuck. I've been playing that, and that was almost 5-6 years ago. And now here I am, doing it professionally, which is just wild to think. It is like just mind-boggling to me. But yeah, that's where it started, and I'm excited that it's continued since then.
So I guess, what did you play that first time?
So the real question is, what is the rating of this show?
Okay, maybe the second time. It is PG-13.
Okay. I'm not gonna say their name. Okay. I mean, it's not, their name isn't like a bad word, but it is definitely not the best of words, I should say. But I played a Tempest Cleric. I played a Tempest Cleric of Talos, who also became a Storm Herald Barbarian. They were the tank of the group. And they unfortunately died in our big Act 2 finale. Actually, it was really sad. It was really sad.
Oh gosh!
But it was also good because he went out in the way that he needed to go out, which is a story in itself. So yeah, I'm excited. It's all good. It happens.
That's awesome. So yeah, you said you got into D&D about 5 years. So you started with 5th edition.
Yes.
Have you played any of the other editions? Like, this isn't like a test. I just always am curious about that.
I have not.
Yeah,
I have not. Nor I looked at them and I said, those look interesting to me. How about no?
That I'm gonna say is a very fair answer. As someone who has played a few of them, yeah, I like where we're at right now.
Valid.
Yeah.
Very valid.
So
I'm
Amani,
touching with my lights right now.
It's okay. Oh no, get your lights the way you like it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have the ambiance.
Right? I'm like, this is annoying me, and I hate everything about it. Okay.
Technology is great until it isn't.
Exactly. All right, we're
Mm-hmm.
good.
Got it? Okay, cool. So Amani, why don't you tell us a little bit about creating this familiar?
Yeah. So first of all, I was super excited to bring Amani to the fold, or at least bring them in collaboration with Idol Champions. It's Pride, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to make sure that I did something that, or I created a character that felt like they encompassed what Pride meant,
Mm-hmm.
but also just someone who's their own. It can just be fun and elegant and whatever they want to be in that time. So I wanted, and also, the critical bard. So I'm like, how do I bring in music to this as well? And I was thinking of so many different like ideas, like what it could look like. I literally like on Idol Champions like wiki page, I was like looking at all the familiars. I was like, what really hasn't been done,
There's a
or
lot of
where
them.
isn't exactly? I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't want to like overlap. And there's birds. Birds are totally fine, but I was like,
Mhm.
there's not a songbird. So I designed a songbird, who's a starling, basically.
Mhm.
And I really wanted the coat to be like this multicolored fae, just gorgeousness. Because there's something about the fae that's so carefree.
Mhm.
Even though they have their own set of rules and you don't cross the fae, there's something about them that's just gorgeous. So I wanted this fae bird. And then I thought about, so going back into musical theater, what kept playing in my head is Greenfinch and Leonard Bird from Sweeney Todd.
My wife
And
watching this right now is very happy that you said that.
I'm actually going to be in Sweeney Todd this summer. Woo woo. But and the entire purpose of Joanna is like being this caged bird that just wants to be free.
Mhm.
And I was like, I want this bird to just feel free, not caged by anything, and just living their best life. So basically, their story became Hirsam, who was the Prince of Fools, one of the Archfey, found this bird, found this creature who felt, just needed guidance and like helped them and loved them and just brought them and showed them that they can be whatever they wanted to be. And in turn imbued them with this power, with this gift of song and music and happiness. And from there, Amani was born. Amani actually means harmony in Swahili.
Oh.
And I wanted this bird who is a muse, who inspires, taking the power that was given to them and uses it to inspire the world around them. Also keeping a little bit of that to themselves. They definitely have a Rachel Berry vibe from Glee, but like is willing to actually help people in the same breath, but mostly if it helps them. So yeah, that's really where Amani was born from.
I love that. I did just realize that I should say for chat, if you have any questions for Omega about anything that they do or Amani, please put them into chat. But question colon in front of it, and our awesome mod Martin will grab and put in a little text doc. Okay, that I hadn't actually heard the backstory to Amani. I absolutely love that, and like as you're talking, I'm just seeing this adventure build out in my head around the. So I gotta ask, if you were to put a 5th edition class to them, what class would they be?
Ha ha ha. Funny you say that.
Oh.
A certain thing is going to be happening next week where I'll be playing Amani.
Oh.
So I was going back and forth a lot. A big part of Amani that she was given this power by the Prince of Fools, but then she used that to inspire. So for me, she's a multi-class, or they use all pronouns, if that wasn't clear. So you'll see me, you hear me use a lot of them for them. But they are a Warlock Bard multi-class.
Oh, that's one of my favorite combos. Yeah, as you're saying, you're playing Amani next week here on twitch.tv/CNE Games. Let me get I think that is on Wednesday at 5.
I know it's Wednesday.
Hey.
The question is the 5 one.
Yeah. The time zones are fun, aren't they? Let me bring up the calendar. Oh, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Will be the charity game. Lauren Urban is going to be running. Who's producing the show? Hey, Lauren, thank you. And who else is playing in that one? It's slipping my mind right now.
Michelle Bradley and Brian Gray.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So be sure to come back next week. Watch that Warlock Bard Songbird. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who do is it too much spoilers to ask who their patron is?
The Prince of Fools, obviously.
Oh,
Here's
oh,
him.
oh, oh, it is just the
Yeah,
strip.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know if they were just like, I really like being happy and singing, but also Asmodeus, how you doing?
No. Because I mean, this can be an entirely different conversation. I will never agree that warlocks have to be evil or make malicious pacts. I will never agree with that. And I said, hey, you want me to make people really mad? The difference between a paladin and a warlock is wording.
So I love that you're bringing this up. My co-host for Champions of Lore, Erin M. Evans, she wrote the Brimstone Angels saga, and Frida is a warlock and everything, and she has very strong opinions about warlocks, and it is very similar to that, where it is just because like her one of the things that she points to is that the amount of direct packs that there are probably would not be a thing. You're drawing the power from somewhere,
Yeah.
but that deity probably doesn't care enough to be on you all of the time deciding what you're doing.
Like it is okay if it is based in something malicious.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But like it's because in lore and time we see the warlock as this evil creature, blah blah, who makes pacts with devils to do whatever. And in the same breath, they think these paladins are these high and mighty, oath-filled, lawful people. And it's like, no, one just made a pact and one made an oath. You can make an oath to hurt someone, and you can make a pact to make the world better.
That is true. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's it. So like I will never, I mean, and I've played evil warlocks, but like I will never say a warlock has to be based in something nefarious just because it's a pact. So no, this pact with war with Hearsam is literally gets to spread joy, to spread inspiration, to spread the melody and harmonize with the world. That's all I need you to do. And they're like, okay.
I love that. But no, that does really make sense. Like, because when it is the paladin and whatnot, if there was a deity that wanted their person to go and spread joy and whatnot, it is really weird to also be like, but also here's a smite. Just feel free to put that on any weapon you want at any time, but also spread joy.
Well, hey, listen, it is what it is. If that oath is protection, or that oath is whatever, and you need to protect, like if you're a paladin bard and your tavern that you're performing it gets attacked, you're gonna protect the tavern, right? So I mean that smite's just gonna just make sure you get the picture.
But yeah, no, that game is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to see that one. I can't remember if the rest of the cast is going to be familiars or not, but
I would say yes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And if you're a fan of Idle Champions, you should know what familiars are going to play.
I do like that Lauren put it in our chat. All familiars, all caps. So when you were making Amani and building out this story and everything like that, like I'm trying to figure out how to word this properly.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, you went in there and had this form for them. Like, do you feel like you got everything into this design that you wanted to? Was there any other options that you were looking at that you thought might be as good, or was this just the one that kind of happened?
As far as Amani goes, I knew I wanted. I actually picked out a very specific type of starling, for the base of like the way that they look, their visuals, and I knew I wanted this colorful creature who, like, whenever they did those colors, is kind of like almost like a kaleidoscope or like an oil slick. Moved around them, just depending on what they were doing. Their eyes isolate different colors as well. And there are still parts that are like clearly black. And when I got the art back, and I was just like, thank you.
The art is gorgeous. Jesse did the key art for Amani, and it is stunning.
It's gorgeous. I will say, and I don't know how much I can reveal. When I was asked to bring forth a Pride familiar, I had two options.
Mm-hmm.
Amani won, but there was another option that could have potentially been a choice too, which
Oh,
would have been interesting.
maybe we'll keep that one under the hat. Maybe that can be something that comes about later.
Maybe.
Yeah. But you're describing this process of seeing this character in your head and the colors and everything. And I know from following you on Twitter that you do cosplay and makeup and stuff like that. Do you usually do that when you're creating a character? Do you visualize them like that?
Yes, not necessarily through makeup, but when I can, I love to see what I believe they look like, the way they hold. Like if I'm like thinking of like a normal character, if it helps me role play the character, understand the character when I know what they're doing, how they physically move, like the way they hold themselves, X, Y, and Z. All of that just tells me how they go about life. Like if someone is crouched over versus upright, that there's a difference even with your personality. If you're crouched over, are you more aloof? Are you more submissive? Or are you hurt? You could be hurt, and that does answer questions for you. Versus if you're holding yourself upright, are you stuck up? Or do you see yourself as better? Are you confident? There's so many different just aspects of that. So with Amani, I was like, I want them to feel like they're performing, they're in that zone because they are in that element. Like there's nothing you can do to break them out of that, even if you wanted to. Musicians know about it when you hit that sweet spot with an audience and like everything is just in sync and everyone's just in the know. That's kind of why I wanted them to be like in that moment where that sweet spot is right there. And yeah,
Lauren actually has the key art that she can put up. Go ahead and Mike Wazowski. Oh, we're gonna do the whole thing. Okay, cool. I usually refer to it as Mike Wazowski. Me, I'm not the important one. Put it over me. But yeah, I that what you just described, I feel came out so well in the key art, the way that Amani is holding themselves, and got what confidence. There we go. I couldn't think of the word confidence. And yeah, all of that comes out, but obviously that was something that needed to be done in preparation for this one. But when you're making your other characters, like you're talking about the hunched over character and the standing up character, do you think about that stuff beforehand, or is that something that kind of comes out at the beginning of getting into the game?
Both. Honestly, I will never know everything about my character. That's just implausible. Like I know, and I can think of what a character might be, and I have like I'm the person, especially when I'm like playing a full-fledged like campaign, I'm the person who has like a Google Doc of my backstory and the way they look and X, Y, and Z. Not necessarily so it all gets pulled out, just so it's there for reference. But that Google Doc is still changing and growing as the game goes. So like with Amani, I know enough about them, but when I play the game, I'll learn more about them, how they speak, how they kind of react to the world around them. I mean, it's always fun to discover those aspects as well.
One of my favorite things at the beginning of any campaign is that realization, that moment where you do something and you didn't think about doing that you just knew that's what the character would do in that moment, and you just did it.
Yeah,
that is one of the best feelings for me playing D&D.
It's actually funny. I was playing a character literally earlier today who, and this is going to be very rough. He's a shadow sorcerer and he twin cast disintegrate. They're dead, and like you think about like how someone would react to like you just taking the life of something. And he literally shrugged. But like those moments help you understand who that character is versus someone who might react to having taken a life, things of that nature. So all those are just fun.
Love that. And besides doing the stream game, you also do a lot of TTRPGs online streamed and whatnot. How has that been? Like, how long have you been doing the streaming aspect of it?
The streaming aspect of DBD, wow, DND.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight on the brain. It's okay.
Right, has been since 2019.
Okay.
Yes. Whether it's on my channel or appearing somewhere else. It's been, a couple of years, and I've enjoyed it. I enjoy being able to because especially for the performers, shout out to Lauren, who was also going to understand this. We lost a lot during the pandemic. And even more so, obviously, is not to compare and contrast how hurt people got or how affected people were. But when you're a performer, especially a stage performer, you literally can't do anything because we require speaking and our
Yeah.
mouths to be close to people
Yep.
or whatever, and like singing especially was like an easy way to spread this thing called COVID. So even when the world started to open again, performers couldn't come back.
Yeah.
We still couldn't. So like it's just huh. So being able to have games that are streamed, there's a level of performance, I mean, there's a big level of performance that
Mhm.
goes into that. So it's been like, hitting that little thing, that button for me.
Mhm.
And that's been nice, but I've enjoyed it. I've had the honor and privilege of playing on many different spaces and many different campaigns and one shots and games, and I'm excited for whatever's next. I'm actually excited for the day because it has not happened yet, and people will be shocked. I'm excited to actually do a live studio game. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
never done a TTRPG in like live, but like in person. I've
Mhm.
done like home games and stuff, obviously, but or like at a convention with people, but like never like for Twitch streamed in person ever.
Yeah.
That's what I need next.
Yeah, that one has always seemed like a whole different ball game. I remember watching the Descent into Avernus D&D live event where you had all of these people up on this table. Got Matt
Mm-hmm.
Mercer playing Boo, which again, chef's kiss. You got Jim Zub dressed as Minsk, and there is like I do think that online games are just as good, but there is definitely an electricity up there that
Mm-hmm.
you can't quite match.
100%.
Yeah, and you were saying COVID took away a lot of the performing, and you said that it scratched that itch. Like, was it enough? Like did that get the performing itch out of you, or was it still kind of being pent up? Yeah,
It did a little bit,
yeah,
right? And I'm not going to take that away. Like it helped. It was a nice band-aid,
yeah.
but it was not the ibuprofen that my body needed, right? It just wasn't.
No, yeah. Well,
And isn't. So
I've seen your videos on Twitter or whatnot. Like you have the absolute passion for singing and performing and whatnot. And I'm glad that there was at least one aspect of it that you were able to scratch that itch with. Um, do you find that playing in stream games versus home games, do you find that you play any differently?
a little bit, a little
Mhm.
bit for sure. I also have like a personal just issue with focus
Mm,
sometimes. So especially if
ADHD,
I'm like
I understand.
valid, and then I mean, and I'm undiagnosed, so I don't want to say it's ADHD, but it
That's
probably
fair.
is.
That's fair.
But and so when I'm at my computer, streaming, it's fine. I definitely can focus, but I find my focus going every which way. Where if I'm in person, I'm just there.
Hmm.
I'm in the group. The spirit is there with all of us, and I don't feel the need to fidget or anything like that. I'm like fully invested. So I definitely prefer in person versus virtual, but I'm also not mad at the virtual
Yeah,
because it allowed us to keep going, which is very
absolutely.
important. So yeah, I there is a difference, and if I can choose one or the other, I will always choose in person.
Okay. And you do other streaming besides TTRPGs on your
I
what's your
do.
Twitch channel again?
Critical Bart.
Critical Bard, twitch.tv/Critical Bard. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So what other things do you like streaming?
So obviously Dead by Daylight. I'm a fog whisperer, which means I'm a Dead by Daylight partner. I love
I knew this because Jordan or Maud, one of the first conversations I had with her was talking about you and her playing Dead by Daylight.
yep. I've been enjoying Fortnite as of late, which is wild because I was playing Overwatch for a long time and obviously stopped doing that for reasons we don't need to get into.
Hmm.
And Fortnite became the next version of, or similar in some ways to that allowed me to just kind of chill and have like a nice easy game to play. But past games, I do a lot on my channel, like whether it's doing makeup looks, just chatting with the group with my community, collaborating with other creators on various things. I just enjoy being able to do what I want when I want on stream. So yeah, it's never just games, and that's totally okay.
Mhm.
It's what I do.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the things I always do like to ask people that do as much streaming as you do is what was it about streaming that like got its hooks in you? Like what was that thing that made you go, oh, this is something that I like to do and want to do more?
Uh, I mean, honestly, I didn't plan on streaming until the pandemic happened, and someone
Mm.
convinced me to stream. It was not something that I saw myself. I mean, I wasn't against the idea of it, but like, I was like, not like, oh, okay, I'm going to stream, obviously, because that's what everybody's doing. It was a way to keep myself busy.
Hmm.
It was a way to try to make a little bit of money during this pandemic. And now what draws me, obviously, it is I'm a full-time content creator. I do
Yeah.
not have a 9 to 5,
Hell yeah.
which is great that I can say that. But yeah, I don't think anything necessarily drew me, but it keeps me here. I can say that. I feel like I don't want to leave the space. I enjoy the setup that I have. I enjoy being able to just like jump in, and I love the community that I've created. The Kingdom of Treble is
Wait,
my
what is it?
the Kingdom of Treble,
I
not
will
trouble, treble.
treble. I love that. That's
We are
fantastic.
the troublemakers in my kingdom. One second.
I hope there is a shirt with that coming at some point because that that is
So
shirt
I don't
worthy.
have a shirt that says the Kingdom of Trouble, but I do have a shirt that says keep making trouble.
Oh, love
So
it.
and whenever I end my stream, I always say the following: keep making trouble wherever you go, because it's up to us to shake up the system one troublemaker at a time.
That's fantastic.
Just a way to just remind yourself to, do what you got to do, and don't let the world tell you can't do it. So yeah, we're the Kingdom of Trouble, and I love my community. So they keep me going. They keep me happy and thriving. I mean, yes, financially, like a source of support and go, but I love my community. There's no
Mhm.
other group like it, and I will say that hard.
Every single person that I have met that has been in your chat or played with you or whatnot has nothing but good things to say about you and your community. And so I just got to congratulate you on fostering such a great community on your Twitch channel. It's fantastic to watch.
I appreciate you. I super
Um,
appreciate you.
so one of the other things that you said a little ways back was doing other charity work. How often do you find yourself like doing that sort of stuff?
Um, I try to do it as much as I can. I am I'm a full-time content creator. So I try to make sure that I am putting as much effort as I can into my place, but also putting some time into charity work. So I try to do a charity stream at least once every month, if that's possible.
Hmm.
Or if I have like a dedicated time during the month, I'll do it then. But charity is very important because there are many organizations who need our assistance. And
Hmm.
if I have the ability to put forth a little bit of my time to help them, then I'm going to. So yeah, I try to do it at least once a month when I can.
That's fantastic. Yeah. It doesn't feel right to be like, do you have like a favorite charity? Because that feels like choosing your favorite child. Like that doesn't seem like a good question to ask. But I guess if there's one going on right now besides Lambert House, which Lambert House, you should absolutely. That's what Amani is. The
Mhm.
proceeds will be going to. But besides Lambert House, is there another charity that you'd like to direct people to take a look at?
I do love I mean Lambert House obviously. The LGBTQ Freedom Fund is something that I've been looking into, not looking into, but really trying to focus on during Pride. They are a very good home. Let me get the word incorrectly because I don't want to like say the wrong thing.
That's fair. I
Uh,
understand that.
but I mean, at the end of the day, we all know the prison and jail system just sucks.
Yeah.
And this helps with LGBTQIA plus individuals who are wrongly imprisoned or who can't get out or because of abuse and X, Y, and Z. They're stuck in these positions and can't do anything to get out of it. Um, I I want to try to raise a little bit of awareness and help when I can. I also love the Color of Change, which is a organization that focuses on a plethora of issues when it comes to Black individuals in America. Whether it's unlawful imprisonment, or just needing help with homelessness, or queer Black individuals, just so many different aspects. It really speaks to and helps as much as they can, and it means a lot to me.
That's fantastic. So yeah, please go check those out. I'm getting a note here that apparently we are going to be doing a giveaway here in a few moments. The keyword is Amani. It's going to open up for 2 minutes. So when that goes out, go ahead and put it in chat, and you can win some cool stuff. Speaking of chat, how do you feel about answering a few questions from
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. Remember, if you have any more questions as I'm reading these, put it in chat, question, and then colon, put it in there, and Martin will grab it. So let's see. Lurking Writer question: would you ever consider coming on Bardic Inspiration, or even collaborating with Jason Charles Miller?
Listen, I love Jason so much. Jason has a voice that makes zero sense. You look at Jason and go, how, and how dare you?
How dare you?
I love Jason so much, and honestly, if he and I could duet, I would do it. If he asked me, I would do it in a quick second. Like, I'm just saying, Briv and Amani doing a duet. I mean, Brig. Sorry, not.
No, you don't need to apologize. Well, this is a game that has both Briv and Brig in it.
I'm like,
I have done it many a time.
Brig and Amani doing a duet would be legit.
That would be spectacular. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Storyteller Mars says, question. One of my favorite teas is yours, the Critical Blend from Friday afternoon. You have a tea?
I do.
What?
I will go run and get it right now.
Go get it. I will vamp. I'll vamp, not vamp. I think this might be the first time I've talked to someone who has a tea.
I'm back.
I was just saying to chat, I think this is the first time I've talked to someone who has a tea. I don't think I've ever.
Obviously, this is not a sponsored thing in any way, shape, or form. A good friend of mine, Friday Tea, in Seattle, reached out almost like a year and a half ago to do a blend inspired by moi, and it's this gorgeous. Don't do the thing.
Critical Blend.
Critical Blend. And it has ginger, cinnamon, butterfly pea flower, marshmallow roots, purple luster dust.
Oh, that's just a great string of words.
Mm-hmm. And what's really cool is it's one of the teas where if you when you steep it, it's like this very gorgeous, like deep, almost like teal blue. Ooh. But then when you add any type of acidic thing to it, it turns that vibrant purple because it's reactive.
That's so cool.
Because, yes, it's gorgeous. It's so good. Yes. And it's actually for the musicians, for the vocalists, it's basically a throat coat. So it actually helps with throat benefits as well. Because
I cannot believe how much of your branding there you got into one tea. Got the purple, you got the throat coat for the singing. Oh my god, that's so good. Wow, I was completely unaware of this, but Mars does have a question. He says, I like to have it on special D&D related occasions. My question is, what teas do you enjoy? Thank you for being you, and happy Pride.
Ooh, I love. Oh, wow. Jesus. There's actually, and I don't know, I mean, many brands have it, but there's like this cinnamon orange tea.
Yes.
That is so good. It is so good. And just like, I can just sip that all day. But I also love me a good peppermint.
Yeah.
I love me a good peppermint. Just, I'm definitely a person who drinks tea to just relax. So if I can just just vibe and chill, I'll do that.
Yeah. I definitely understand what you mean with the tea for relaxing. I tried to swap out tea for coffee at one point. That did not go well.
No,
I was just angry through the whole cup. I'm like, this isn't doing it. Oh boy, but that's so fantastic. Yeah, go check out the Critical Blend from Friday afternoon. Lurking Writer says, will there be key art available as a wallpaper? Yes, I can answer this one. There will be when Amani releases. I believe next Wednesday on June 8th. I think that is when Amani is
June
releasing.
8th.
I will be sure to get that up on our Discord so you can have that absolutely stunning artwork on your computer.
Yes.
Yes. Looks like a Mani command was added to our Twitch, so you can get that information anytime you want.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Let's see. Obo Lord says, question, when you do makeup or cosplay streams, what consideration do you need to take into account because of cameras and lighting?
All right.
She's asking the technical questions.
Yeah, so I have two key lights right here. And a lot of time it depends on if the makeup is a brighter color or if it's dark. Like I'll use Caduceus, for example. Caduceus from Critical Role, his base is white, like a white gray.
Mm-hmm.
So I was washed out for a good chunk of that. So I have to turn down the key lights, which luckily I can literally do from my phone as I need to.
Yeah.
And that's only one of them. So like I can turn them down and just so the vibrancy of the white shows through. So yes, lights and all that very much matters. Camera position, if I can get a little closer, I will. I also have buttons to like zoom in, so you get more of the details. It's very important. And luckily, I have the tools that make it easy. But it's something that if I don't do it, I will regret it.
If there are people in the chat that have considered doing something like that on camera, what like quick tips or beginner things would you recommend to them for that?
Have your anything you're gonna need, just have it in arm's length of you. And I have another table that's right here. I have a whole desk, an L desk, and another table right here if I need it. And I make sure I have all of my tools where there's all my brushes, so
you're doing it looking at yourself on the camera.
Not necessarily. I also have a mirror.
Oh, well.
But it is nice because what you see in the camera, especially like using Zoom, is different from what you're seeing in the mirror. So I guess using both to know that, everything's matching up correctly. I mean, that's not real. People think streaming and whatever the case may be, they think you have to do a lot of prep to make it work. And I don't think that's necessarily true. Just have the willingness to sit down and just enjoy the moment. Like, go through the motions, talk with your community while you're doing it. It's and again, have the things laid out, of course. But past that, there's nothing like specific that you need. Just do the work.
I like that. Yeah, no, the bit of streaming that I did on my own channel, I did go into it kind of with the podcaster mindset of like, all right, I got to make sure that everything is right and everything's got to be, on and everything like that. And when something would go wrong or I would forget to do something or whatnot, I would start to panic and then everyone's like, it's fine. Like, and that is one of I loved that feeling in the stream where it was like, I put all this pressure on me and there are people going like, no, it is totally chill. Like, you take care of what you need to do. And it's I think it's a lot more relaxed than people might think. Yeah.
Streaming. Yes, do the fancy, equipment and things make it better, or I don't want to say make it better, it makes it easier for you.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it required to stream? No. I started streaming with a laptop that's currently sitting back there.
With a laptop. Oh.
I started streaming with a laptop and this very same camera. I've been using this camera since day one. I guess now use NVIDIA Broadcast to make it look better.
Oh, I was about to say, like, that's a really good image.
This is the Logitech C922X.
Okay, as someone who used to use that, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely know what you mean though, because like I do have I got a key light, I got a green screen, a stream deck, I got the Elgato stuff. I didn't have any of that when I started doing it, and yeah, while it is easier, it was absolutely not required in any way. Granted, the thought of not being able to edit podcasts without a stream deck having shortcuts on it now kind of makes me sad to think about, but that one I might recommend a little bit harder.
Yeah, a little bit. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's too many key combinations for me to remember. Okay, I did think of a question though. That this is definitely a choose your favorite child one again. I feel less bad about asking it when it comes to charity, but what is your favorite look that you've done?
Oh.
I came out swinging with that one.
Actually, hold. So Caduceus will always hold a place in my heart. It was my first ever cosplay.
I think that was the first picture I saw of you.
Oh wow, that's a choice. That's for sure. And I'm gonna put it in our chat. And if someone wants to post it, they can.
I think Lauren might be able to, but we'll see.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
So I do love Caduceus, but this picture was actually posted July 1st of last year. Because the joke is after Pride comes Wrath.
Yep.
So it's like Happy Wrath Month. And I wanted an idea that a lot of people think you can only be there for 30 days, be proud of yourself for 30 days, and then we're done. Mm-hmm. But Wrath Month was just this idea of we're not done talking. You're going to listen to the things that we have to discuss because Pride isn't over. You get to take away your rainbow logos, but we're still here.
That image perfectly speaks that with with just the look. Lauren is gonna get that pulled up because chat definitely needs to see this stunning image. Is it edited or did you get your eye?
So the eyes edited. Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, how did you are a wizard?
Yeah, that's the only thing that's edited though. Everything else is all practical. It was really cool because I had this, I can't find it now, which sucks. I had this, excuse me. I had this, what am I looking for? Water activated paint. Mm-hmm. And I literally took it and just let it drip each color from that eye to make that happen. Did color get in my eye multiple times? Yes.
Real really tears.
And then obviously the cracked skin, seeing the devil underneath. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I might redo that one for stream. And I actually might really do that one for stream.
Yeah, I mean that is like I just keep saying stunning because that's all I can think when I'm looking at this. The eyebrow color, the coming down your cheek, man, that is absolutely spectacular. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Chat just saw it there. If you want to see more stuff like this, I highly recommend following Omega on Twitter at Critical Bard because you do some stunning looks all the time.
I super appreciate it. I was with this look specifically. I had never really done. I had only done it once, like the idea of the cracked skin, and I was like, I got to make sure I got the shadowing right and the highlights right, and I was really happy with how it turned out.
So good. Well, we are getting towards the end of our show, and I'd like to ask, you have any awesome things that you're working on that you want to point people towards?
Yeah, so a lot of things are happening. I need to look at a specific date for one thing because the struggle is real. When is it? Sorry.
Oh, no worries. It's fine.
Okay, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'll talk about it anyway. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of things for Pride. I'm super happy about that. I am one of the individuals doing the Twitch Pride activation. So you'll see me in the Celebrate Pride section and intermittently on the front page from time to time. I am also As I said, I'm a fog whisperer with Dead by Daylight, and I'll be doing their Into the Rainbow event, which is a bunch of the queer fog whisperers coming together and destroying each other for a good cause. It's going to be a good time. I am also an NZXT Pride ambassador. And I'll be doing some work with them, doing a podcast. And yeah, so again, all those will be on my socials. Just check those out. I might be doing something else. I just got an email about it, so we'll see. So yeah, honestly, the best way you can just know what I'm doing is look at all my socials. And that's that.
Awesome. Yeah, be sure to check out Amani the Songbird when they launch next Wednesday, June 8th. And all proceeds for Amani through June 21st will go to Lambert House. And Omega will be in a game that Wednesday at 3 p.m. Run by Lauren Urban with, I already forgot, Michelle and Brian Gray. Almost completely went out of my mind. So be sure to check those out, and please, if you can, pick up Amani to help out an amazing cause. But yeah, I think that is where we're gonna wrap this one up. Omega, thank you so much for coming on. This has been a great chat. So much fun. It was great to finally get to sit down with you and talk.
Heck yeah, I'm always here. I'm super excited. I cannot wait for Imani's launch next week to see her in game, just spitting music notes everywhere. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
That's fantastic. Be sure to stick around 2 p.m. Right after this, which is one reason why we're getting out of here, is so Dev Insights can get set up and started. But that is going to do it for this week's episode of Idle Insights. So be sure to check back next week. But until then, have a great weekend.